first met Judge Domengeaux in 1980. Jimmy Domengeaux, his son, who is a great lawyer in Lafayette, and I decided to be roommates for our first year of law school, and I got to meet the judge through that relationship with Jimmy.
My dad, Jerome Domengeaux, was the youngest of 6 children of the marriage of J.R. Domengeaux, who was a pharmacist and merchant and later a state senator for several terms in the Lafayette area, and Martha Mouton Domengeaux, a daughter of Judge Eros Domengeaux, who was the first elected district judge in this area many, many years ago. He went to Cathedral High School and graduated in 1936, where he was proud to say he was first in his class. He was also the quarterback on the football team and a regional boxing champ in his weight class. He completed SLI, and then he went to Georgetown University Law School in Washington, D.C. And the day after Pearl Harbor was attacked, he resigned and joined the U.S. Army.
Judge Domengeaux played many other roles other than attorney. As I mentioned before, he was the mayor of Lafayette for 4 terms, but before becoming mayor, he was actually a war hero. He served in World War II in the Pacific Theater and fought at the Battle of Zigzag Pass in the Philippines.
He was awarded a Bronze Star for meritorious service and leading troops behind enemy lines. He had a great military record. And I guess the only joy that he would have had in the war was toward the end of the war. He met my mother, Julia Harvey, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, who was a nurse in the United States Army Nursing Corps. And quick romance developed, and 6 weeks later, they got married at the Catholic Church in Novaliches, Philippines. Daddy practiced law from 1960 to 1962, and then in 62, he ran for the district court in Lafayette, Vermilion, and Acadia, and he won that election. And he served on the district bench here until 1970. In around 1969, he was appointed by the Louisiana Supreme Court to serve on the 4th Circuit Court of Appeal in New Orleans, which he did. And then around 1971, Judge Al Tate of the 3rd Circuit was elected to the Louisiana Supreme Court, and my dad ran for the unexpired term of Judge Tate's term and ran in 21 parishes at large and won handsomely. He served as Chief Judge on the 3rd Circuit for many years. His legal opinions and his dissents have been cited favorably throughout the law, many law journals, law review articles, and textbooks. He was a true civilian, as we understand that term in the civil law. He truly believed in the concepts and applying the law to a case, and he took his job very seriously and intellectually. I think he did a great job in that regard. When Dad turned 75, he retired, and then he resumed the law practice at the firm, and I was happy to have tried 2 jury trials with my dad as an attorney, which was very interesting, considering that his long career as a judge.
First of all, he's an icon. When you reach the stage where the general public, your family, the judiciary, the legal profession, and everybody in the city of Lafayette knows you as the judge. You don't get called Judge Domengeaux, you don't get called Jerry Domengeaux, you're simply the judge by everyone in the city of Lafayette. That makes you an icon, sort of like Cher or Elvis. You only need one word to describe you.
He had 5 children, Janie, Jebby, Joni, Jerome, and myself. I'm the youngest. And 16 grandchildren. He was very proud of all of them. Incidentally, 6 of his grandchildren are now practicing attorneys in this area.
He was the patriarch of one of Lafayette's finest legal families. He has children and grandchildren who are some of Lafayette's finest lawyers, and I think it's because of his influence on their lives that all those people are the good lawyers that they are today.
I think my dad's life was summed up pretty well by the editor of the local paper, who did I'll read it. And I think it was very apt as to my dad's life. He stated, while he reached significant heights in his lengthy career, Domengeaux kept the common touch. He was uncommonly accessible for one in high office. He had time for and was interested in everyone. A basic honesty and openness gave assurance that his interests were sincere. Beyond being respected, he was liked. Those close to him found it difficult to call him mayor or judge. He was Jerry, a warm, interesting, and entertaining friend. There was never the aloofness that so often enshrouds public figures.
Congratulations, Judge Domengeaux. You're very deserving of this honor, and congratulations to all of your children and grandchildren. I'm glad that they're all here to see you receiving this award.
My dad loved speaking French to people on the street, so I think it would only be appropriate that I would conclude by stating that il était un bon homme, il a fait sa course, il a gardé la foi. He was a good man, he ran a great race in his life, and he always kept the faith. Thank you very much.